Okay. Okay, gaveling into the 1 o'clock agenda of the Hawaiian Affairs and Water and Land Committees. We just have two resolutions on our agenda today, which are identical, SCR to SR. And it's supporting the Waioli Valley Taro Hui and traditional Lo'ikalo cultivation in Waioli, Kauai. And I want to introduce the members of my committee. I'm Maile Shimabukuro, the chair. Vice chair is Senator Jared Kyoho-Kalole. We also have Senators Laura Ocasio, Les Ihara, and Kurt Favela. And I don't know if Senator Lorena Noy wants to introduce her committee members.
Thank you, Chair. For the Committee on Water, Land, present here is myself, of course, and Senator Keith Agaran, my vice chair. And I do see Senator Misa Lucha there, and I understand you did call for Senator Favela. Then I do have a quorum, Madam Chair.
Thank you so much. Okay, so we'll start with the first testifier that signed up to be participating today, and that's the Waioli Valley Taro Hui in support.
Aloha chairs, vice chairs, committee members. I'm Kaif Sprote, and I'm testifying today on behalf of the Waioli Valley Taro Hui. I'm a professor of law at the University of Hawaii at Manoa's William S. Richardson School of Law and the director of Kahului Center for Excellence in Native Hawaiian Law. I also manage both of our Native Hawaiian rights and our environmental law clinics, which are actually classes that are offered to upper division law students where they get experience practicing law, while we also provide free legal assistance to communities with the greatest needs. This semester, we're again working with the Waioli Valley Taro Hui on Kauai. This is actually the fourth semester that my students, fellows, and I have been supporting the farmers. The situation is detailed in the Hui's written testimony, as well as the testimonies of the individual farmers upon which we stand. The bottom line is that the Hui is a collective of about a dozen small family farmers, many of whom are Native Hawaiian, with long-standing ties to Waioli. Most are third to fifth generation kalo farmers. Some were born on the farms that they now tend. Their lifeways were devastated by the 2018 floods that ravaged Kauai's North Shore, and disaster recovery efforts revealed that their Native Hawaiian irrigation system that has taken water from Waioli Stream for centuries was on conservation land and would now be subject to a slew of permitting and other requirements, including Hawaii Revised Statutes 171, DLNR's water licensing provision. So over the last 2 years, the farmers, with the assistance of my clinics, have been working diligently to comply with 171's many complex requirements. In fact, over the course of those 2 years, 33 students and 4 attorneys have spent thousands of hours supporting the farmers in this endeavor. The situation is unique. My students playfully refer to the Hui as a legal unicorn because they're one of a kind and deserving special treatment. Their use and stewardship of this area is ancient. Research has documented this Lo'i system to the 15th century. And the system has been in place before any of the legal requirements that have now been imposed on them. Their use is also pono. It's in-stream, in-watershed, non-polluting. These are public trust purposes, and these humble farmers have dutifully sought to comply with the full letter of the law. So I'm here today to ask that you please pass out these resolutions and ask the farmers to directly negotiate with DLNR. Mahalo.
Thank you, Kapua. Next, we have DLNR in support.
Good afternoon, chairs, members of the committee. Ian Hirokawa with DLNR Land Division. The department supports the resolution, and I'll stand on our written testimony and be available for any questions. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Next, we have Joanna Kaona in support.
Aloha, Chair Shimabukuro, Chair Noy, and committee members. My name is Joanna Kaona. I'm a fourth-generation Native Hawaiian kalo farmer from Waioli, and also the secretary of the Waioli Valley Taro Hui. And I am mahalo for this opportunity to testify. A little nervous, but I help my dad farm in Waioli, and for us, kalo farming defines our ohana, and I want to be able to pass down this piece of who we are to future generations because it's how we contribute to our community. And also I want to emphasize that the way we use water is, as traditional kalo farmers, is different from traditional ag users. We don't consume it like traditional ag. We borrow the water from the stream, goes in our lo'i, flows right back into the stream. And because of our long-standing connection with Waioli, we care for this place as if it was our family. And I also work at Waipaha Foundation, where I get to teach kids about aloha aina, sustainability, natural resource management, and traditional and customary Native Hawaiian practices. And our mission there at Waipaha is to create a healthier community by educating about indigenous diet while also keeping it affordable. And we have a kupuna price of about $2 to $3 per pound for pa'iai. And Waipaha gets a lot of its kalo from Wai'oli taro farmers, including my dad, which is how I got this job. And he's 85 years old, Native Hawaiian, still goes to the farm every day. And he wanted to be here, but he's driving bus doing his other job. But, it's impossible for me to turn away from this practice because it's part of who we are. And, I just got to do it. And it's not easy. We were hit pretty hard by the 2018 floods, and it's been a long road to recovery. But both dealing with the physical damage and, the stress of all this legal requirements. But, given our realities on Kauai's North Shore, even before all the COVID refugees, our small Hui farmers doesn't stand a chance at public auctions. With all these wealthy people moving here on the North Shore, we want to use water for different purposes. And it's our Hui's desire to continue kalo farming for our entire community who relies on our small farms to feed them. And we need the water to do this. So the ability for direct negotiation with a long-term water lease with DLNR will bring our Hui one step closer to upholding our mission and be able to continue to feed our community. And mahalo again for this chance to testify, and please pass these resolutions. Mahalo.
Mahalo. Tyson Carrillo in support.
Aloha, members of the Hawaiian Affairs and Water and Land Committees. Thanks again for the opportunity to allow me to testify in strong support of these resolutions. My name is Tyson Carrillo. I'm a 29-year-old fifth-generation Native Hawaiian kalo farmer in Wai'oli Valley. I have two young children, a 4-year-old and a 1-year-old, who I hope to be the sixth generation from my family to farm kalo. I recently came back from Oahu. I moved home after getting my bachelor's degree in business, which I hope to apply to my family's kalo operations. Both sides of my family have farmed kalo. My grandparents are 84, still farming next to the farm next to me. And my mom's husband and his parents have been farming as well in Wai'oli. Since the 2018 floods, it's been difficult for all the farmers in Wai'oli. We spent a lot of time repairing all the damage to the awais, the monowais, our farm's equipment, dealing with all the applications and requests by the county and state. It's been tough, and for me as a full-time farmer and a growing family, it's hard for me to make time, but I love what I do. This is my culture. I was raised in the same farms that I farm today. I feel a deep sense of pride and responsibility to continue and perpetuate what my family has been doing for generations, especially now that when I look around, not too much of my peers are looking forward to becoming taro farmers or interested in farming kalo. With all the legal procedures, such as the water lease and acquiring an easement, revocable permits, watershed plans, and since 2018, in 2 years, we're not even done with the applications yet. And on top of that, it's hard for me to imagine going up against private interests in a public auction who have never farmed the land or have no connection that I or my family have. So the ability for the Hui to directly negotiate with the Board of Land and Natural Resources for a long-term lease would be monumental to us. It would help provide certainty around the water flow so we can continue to farm taro for our community, as well as to give me and all the rest of the farmers peace of mind. So we don't have to, it's been hard for us. Mahalo again for the opportunity to help me explain these issues and why they're so important. And please vote in support for these resolutions. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Chris Kobayashi in support.
He may not be there.
Okay, yes, Chris not here? Okay, we'll come back.
Here, but, oh, sorry.
Oh,
It looks like he's just experiencing some technical difficulties right now.
Okay. It's a she, I think, yeah, Chris. Okay, so Chris, we'll maybe come back to you, if we get the technical difficulties worked out. I'm gonna go to Sierra Lynn Boro Harada, support.
Sierra is actually there with Chris. This is Kapua. Sorry.
Oh, okay,
They're
okay,
They were having some technical difficulties, so Sierra went to Chris's house, and they're both.
okay.
Sorry about that.
Okay, we'll come back to them, hopefully on that one. Uilani Tanigawa alum, the support.
Aloha, I'm here.
Aloha.
Aloha. Chairs, vice chairs, and members of the committee, mahalo for the opportunity to testify in front of your committees today. My name is Uilani Tanigawa Lam, and I'm a post-JD fellow at Kahului Center for Excellence in Native Hawaiian Law. This semester, I'm co-teaching the clinic with Professor Kaif Sprote. And I'd like to be mindful of your time and just quickly share a few things from my testimony in strong support of the farmers and these resolutions. So I first worked with the Hui as a third-year law student in 2019, and I have been working with them since. And so as a Native Hawaiian attorney and as a hula practitioner, I'm deeply passionate about Native Hawaiian practices like kalo farming. I'd also like to point out that the farmers are an incredible resource of aina stewards and are humbly working to continue to provide aipono or kalo for all of us. And given their unique situation, being in stream, in watershed, non-polluting, I'd ask that you please pass these resolutions in order to allow them the opportunity to directly negotiate with the Board of Land and Natural Resources. Mahalo.
Thank you so much. Okay, I don't know if do we have Chris Kobayashi or Sierra Lynn Boro Harada? If you're here, just let us know. What I can do is there's a total of 41 people in support of these resolutions, and one with comments, no one opposed. We have people, these are all in support. We've got Office of County Clerk, Mayor Kawakami, Hanalei Watershed Hui, the Waipahu Foundation, National Tropical Botanical Garden, Sierra Club, Hawaiian Islands Lands Trust, Regina Gregory, Miguel Mico Godinez, Gloria Palma, Dana Keave, Rachel, Ashley Kaono, MJ McDonald, Conrad Kimo Inanad, Bobby Watari, Rachel Goldberg, Clarence Shorty Kaona, Joanne Kaona, let's see, Lillian Watari, Mahina Tudor, John Aana, Tarina Fa'agao, Dimitri Rivera, Dwight Morishige, Wayne Tanji, Leah Walden, Emily Schlack, Ryan Leake, Lauren Stevens Nahiva, Alexa Dike, Kekoa Andrade, Mehana Vaughn, Ahahui, Hawaii Ohanalei, Devin Forrest, and I'm sure many others. I've done all the names, but yeah, so we have tons of support for this excellent measure.
Chair, I think I see Sierra there.
Oh, great. If we have Sierra, feel free to come on, or Chris Kobayashi.
Can I finish?
Oh, yes. Hi, Chris. It's Sierra. Wonderful.
Thank you. Yeah. Just to pick up where I left off, I think I was saying that I'm a third generation farmer, and then that for the Hui and us, this is not a job, it's a way of life and a kuleana that we continue for our families and to feed ourselves and our community. So this lifestyle is not for everyone, and it's just like I cannot do what all of you do, and I know that you guys love what you guys do and you guys are committed to working for the community. And it's just like us, taro farmers, we love what we do and we're committed to what we're doing. So our fields are not the ones you can see from the Hanalei Lookout, and for folks who are less familiar with Kauai, Waioli is after Hanalei and before Waipahu, so it's around the area of Hanalei School. Hanalei School is in Waioli. So the 2018 floods, yeah, you heard, it really set us back, major damage to our farms, equipment, and our fields, our mano, po'oi and oi. So just this past week,
on Tuesday and again on Friday, we had two big main rain events that caused flooding and did further damages to our entire Hawaii system, as well as flooding different stages of Kahului. There was no water coming down, but now, there's water coming down. But this is how we have to respond all the time when an event happens. And in the next few months, I believe that, in the next few months to a year, I believe that consumers will likely see the effects of such flooding. And it seems like the climate is changing to bigger and more frequent rain events. But the silver lining is that we have formed a nonprofit, and so we do meet regularly. And even though we were close and we cleaned the ditch and took care of the mono together, even though we did that, we're even closer now. But now, all of a sudden, it's after all the years that our families of Kahului farmers have maintained the whole water system, we were told that because of the mono was in the conservation zone, we had to go through this whole big process of obtaining exemptions, permits, and rights of entries and everything, and it was just too much for us. And, we are just farmers. We just want to farm Kahului, but we are learning that in order to be a farmer today, you also need to be a lawyer and have other skills, which take enormous amounts of time away from farming. And to say that we are just beyond grateful to have Kaif Sprote, her clinicians, her team of lawyers to help us with all the work that they have done. I mean, none of us had any of the expertise or knew where to start. And it's been 2 long years. It's been an exhaustive amount of work, I know, for them and us. And they have contributed tirelessly to us on our behalf to do this. So now we want to ask you guys, senators, to please help us and pass these resolutions to help us negotiate directly with the DLNR. And in my lifetime, I just want to say that our community has really changed. I live on the North Shore, and it's a community of deep contrast. We have huge resort landowners, absentee owners, many vacation rentals, skyrocketing property taxes, many new faces. And we cannot compete at that level at an auction. Our Kahului farming community is just a few handfuls of us. And I don't want to see this water system or culture of growing Kahului be abandoned now or in the future just because farmers have no funds and no time for all this legal stuff. So Kahului farmers, this is my last thing. Kahului farmers will take care of this system because we need this resource to grow Kahului. It is like our hui is part of a Kahului growing lineage that has been going on in Wai'oli for hundreds of years. We carry this tradition on, this legacy, and we want this traditional culture to continue generations and generations to come. So I also want to say mahalo to Senator Kochi for his support of us. He's been out to see us too, and for his support. And mahalo to all of you. Thank you so much. Aloha.
Mahalo. Mahalo. Senior, you want to proceed? Did you want to say anything?
Yes, aloha, welcome. Thank you so much, chair members, committee members, and allowing me to be here to testify today. My name is Sierra Lynn Stone, formerly known as Boro Harada. My family, my grandfather in particular, has been farming Kahului in the Wai'oli area for generations. I'm strongly in support, and my reason being here today for both resolutions. For me, Kahului farming is beyond a passion. It's beyond my purpose, and the reason why I'm just, so grateful to be here and to support and just share our journeys and our stories of our befores and where we're headed. And it has been something very dear to me. Last year, I actually lost my grandfather. So on and perpetuation of slave life. Excuse me. I did spend a year after high school in Washington State pursuing a nursing career. And at that point, that the ultimatum was brought to my attention to come home and do Kahului and do farming. And so I did, and I've been running my grandfather for the past 10 years. And it's been, again, a blessing. Due to that heavy flood in 2018, all extremely damaging circumstances we all underwent, and it's been a very diligent process to come to where we're at, and that took the community. And with all the struggles came through, and we just are here in support of continuation in the cultural practices again. And so I just, I'm here to humbly ask you guys for your support. Again, just acknowledging Senator Pochi for being here, physically and in other aspects to help us along this ride. And I'm just grateful. Thank you for your time, and I just hope that you guys are in support to help us as well.
Thank you so much. Okay, I think that's all for the testifiers. Members, do you have any questions?
I just want to add, Chair,
Sure. Yes.
that,
Chair,
I think we all thank the families and all the farmers down there. I can imagine what they've been through, and the 2018 storm was not the only one. There were several previously by Wai'oli as well, but, Waipio Valley is in my district as well. We've had many storms, and so I can imagine what you all have been through. So, good job, continue to do your work, and we'll be there to support you as well. And Chair, I just want to add, on behalf of Waterland, the presence of Senator Revere is here as well. Okay, thank you.
Mahalo.
Okay,
Thank you.
we can go into.
Members, any other comments or questions? Okay, I don't see any. I'm on my iPhone, so forgive me if I don't see your hand. Just speak up. Okay. At this point, all I have, everything was in support, no opposition, nobody asked for amendments, so I'm inclined just to, recommend we pass. We have some technical amendments that SMA recommended. But I don't really see the need to do a breakout room unless anybody else wants to do a breakout room. Is that okay with you, Chair Noy? We just go ahead.
No problem.
Technical
The
amendment?
thing is, I understand your initial, change was going to be, do you still want to change the title? Not
Okay.
necessary?
So I couldn't really hear it. Say it again?
Okay, according to your technical text, you were going to change the title?
Yeah, we got a report from SMA saying the title, it's technical, just saying, change title to read, encouraging the Board of Land and Natural Resources to enter into a long-term water lease with the Wai'oli Valley Tarahui for traditional lo'ikalo cultivation in Wai'oli, Kauai. I guess the title needed to be just more clear.
Okay, and then you're recognizing the session laws, just changing that? to
Yeah,
something
and then
more
they had these other technical
Okay.
amendments about, adding.
Otherwise, that's
technical-
fine.
Yeah, so I think that's fine with me to recommend technical amendments. Anybody want to have any other comments or concerns, questions? Okay, if not, Vice Chair Kehokalole, are you able to take the vote for Hawaiian Affairs that we passed with technical amendments?
Yes. Are we doing the concurrent resolution and the resolution together?
Yes, please.
Okay, members, we are voting on Senate Concurrent Resolution 22 and Senate Resolution 11. The recommendation is to pass with amendments. Chair Shimabukuro.
Aye.
Vice Chair goes aye. Senator Ocasio.
Aye.
Senator Ihara.
Aye.
Senator Favela is excused. Chair, your recommendation is adopted.
Thank you.
Thank you. The Committee on Water and Land, same recommendations, is to pass SCR 22 and SR 11 with technical amendments. Vice Chair Agaran for the vote. Chair goes aye.
Vice Chair votes aye. Senator Misalucha. Senator Misalucha.
Aye. Sorry about that.
Senator Revere.
Aye.
And Senator Favela is excused. Recommendations adopted.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much, everyone. We are adjourned.
Thank you. Good luck.